One on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, who uses the word? I started using the word, the groceries. When you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that. We're going to bring those prices way down.
Mr. Secretary, can you be specific? When exactly can Americans expect to see those prices come way down?
Todos afirmaban que Donald Trump era este genio de los negocios, ¿no? Que había salvado la economía en su primer mandato, que volvería a hacerlo en este segundo, que bajaría los precios de la gasolina, de los alimentos y de la renta. Todo el tema de la inflación. Claramente muchos nunca creyeron eso. Sabíamos que este mandato empezaría y se desarrollaría como un fracaso. Exactamente, amigos, es lo que pasó en su entrevista con María Bartiromo, donde recordemos que él reconoció que su caótica política económica podría llevarnos hasta una recesión. Es más, luego salió y dijo que la inflación costaría un poco o tardaría un poco en que pueda ser controlada. Esa entrevista ya de por sí era preocupante, ¿no? Pero lo que hace que sea aún peor es que Trump quedó atrapado en su propia mentira en otra entrevista diferente. En esta ocasión fue con Kristen Welker, quien lo expuso, y no solo a él, sino que también a su secretario de comercio, quien también tuvo que enfrentarse a preguntas muy difíciles sobre el desastre económico de Trump. Sean bienvenidos a Políticamente en Desacuerdo. Amigos, hoy veremos la desastrosa entrevista con Trump. Veremos el fracaso luego de ser descubierto con una mentira. Así que los invito a que se queden hasta el final de este video porque veremos los detalles más interesantes. Bueno amigos, para poder entender el contexto quiero que veamos directamente las entrevistas. Primero pasemos a la conversación que hubo con Howard Lutnick. Veamos este clip.
Okay, so no tariffs this week in that regard. We'll wait till April 2nd to see those as it relates to dairy and lumber. The CEOs of Target and Best Buy this week warned that they will have to increase prices as a result of tariffs. Do you acknowledge that prices will go up for consumers because of these tariffs?
I think it's important for people to realize that we run $2 trillion deficits, and Donald Trump is going to try to balance the budget of the United States of America. And when you balance the budget of the United States of America, you drive interest rates down 150 basis points, 1.5%. You're going to have mortgages come smashing down. The cost of your home will come smashing down. We're going to drill, baby, drill and drive down the price of energy. That's coming down. So these two massive moves are going to happen. And you know who's going to pay for that? Tariffs and outside countries who just leech off of us, lean on us, earn money off of us. They've got to start to pay. President Trump wants the American people to start to understand the External Revenue Service should start to pay. Yes, some products that are made foreign might be more expensive, but American products will get cheaper, and that's the point. Buy American, made by great Americans. We're going to bring manufacturing back. That's where we're going. That's where this president is going. Bring it back. Yeah. So will there be distortions? Of course. Foreign goods may get a little more expensive, but American goods are going to get cheaper, and you're going to be helping Americans by buying American.
All right, you take me right to my next question. I want to play you something that President Trump said to me back in December. Take a listen.
I went on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, who uses the word? I started using the word, the groceries. When you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that. We're going to bring those prices way down.
Mr. Secretary, can you be specific? When exactly can Americans expect to see those prices come way down?
Egg prices up 200% under Biden. Biden just killing chickens, trying to worry about things. It's crazy the way eggs have gone up 200%. Donald Trump's going to bring the price of eggs down now. Donald Trump's tariffs are, here's the idea. All these other countries, like India, for instance, when Modi was in town, right? 1.4 billion people, and they won't buy a bushel of our corn. Europe, always blocking our farmers. As our farmers can sell more and more overseas, you're going to see the price of food in America come down.
When,
it's a
Mr.
volume
Secretary?
thing. Well, I think the deal starts April 2nd. The deal starts April 2nd of reciprocal tariffs. The president's going to negotiate country by country. He's going to drive down other countries' barriers, unleashing our farmers, our ranchers, and our fishermen. They're going to explode in value, and the prices of American produce, row crops, produce and fish are going to come down because our American industries are going to win around the world because finally, Donald Trump is behind them, protecting them. He's got their back, and he's going to make them winners. And that all of America is going to be winners because these prices are coming down, and the process starts April 2nd.
All right, Mr. Secretary, consumer sentiment is dropping. Inflation has ticked up. Major banks like J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs now say a recession in the next 12 months is becoming more likely. Should Americans brace for a recession?
Absolutely not. Anybody who bets against Donald Trump, it's like the same people who thought Donald Trump wasn't a winner a year ago. Donald Trump is a winner. He's going to win for the American people. That's just the way it's going to be. There's going to be no recession in America. What there's going to be is global tariffs are going to come down because President Trump has said, you want to charge us 100%? We're going to charge you 100%. And you know what they say? They say, no, don't charge us 100%. We'll bring ours down. We'll unleash America out to the world, grow our economy in a way we've never grown before. You are going to see over the next 2 years the greatest set of growth coming from America as Americans. You saw it, 1.3 trillion of new investment coming in America. Think of all those jobs. And remember, each trillion of investment in America is 1% of growth GDP. So Donald Trump is bringing growth to America. I would never bet on recession. No chance.
Es evidente, ¿no?, que a Trump ni siquiera le importa. Y tiene mucho sentido, porque nunca lo hizo. Aquí la clave no solo es su indiferencia, sino la forma en la cual sus aranceles y el cambio de postura termina afectando la economía. Sus berrinches, sus rabietas, acaparan los titulares, pero el verdadero problema es la inestabilidad, lo poco confiable que es en este momento para los negocios. Amigos, aquí tenemos dos problemas graves. Primero, los líderes empresariales no tienen idea de cuáles son o serán sus condiciones bajo las cuales operarán. ¿Habrá los aranceles del 25%? ¿Será que será continuo? ¿Será que de repente los va a eliminar de la nada? Esa es una incertidumbre. Hace que muchas empresas prefieran hasta guardar su dinero en lugar de invertir, lo cual impacta negativamente en la economía. Eso al menos ya explica por qué hemos visto caídas en el mercado, grandes despidos y lo peor, pérdida de empleos desde las últimas recesiones. El segundo problema es que Trump está acumulando poder de una manera muy peligrosa. Tradicionalmente, los aranceles son utilizados para presionar a países extranjeros por motivos de seguridad nacional o hasta por estrategia económica. Pero amigos, Donald Trump los está imponiendo y los está eliminando a su antojo, y eso sin la aprobación del Congreso. Si puede hacer eso sin ninguna justificación, significa que puede gobernar por decreto en cualquier otro tema económico, sin rendir cuentas. Ese es el verdadero peligro detrás de su estrategia de aranceles, mucho más allá de los estallidos de ira. Pero si queremos hablar de la falta de inteligencia, sigamos viendo más de la entrevista con Howard Lutnick.
Let's start with this past week. As you know, for the second time in 2 months, President Trump announced and then walked back tariffs on Canada and Mexico. The whiplash causing confusion on Wall Street and Main Street as well. Does the president have a responsibility to businesses and consumers to spell out his plan and then stick to it?
You have to remember, this is a drug-related issue. You've got fentanyl pouring into this country, killing 75,000 Americans, autopsied. And the president, thinks it's many, many more, because multiples more. So it's important for the president to talk to the leaders of both Canada and Mexico, get them to shut the border, shut the fentanyl coming into the country. And of course he's going to be on the phone with them. And of course he's going to talk to them. And he is a deal maker, the greatest deal maker in the world. So he makes better deals. He's gotten the border closed. He's gotten fentanyl to be shut down. He put tariffs on China, who makes the precursors. This is the way you run the country. You shut the border. You get our neighbors to do their job. It's not only us who has to do their job. Why are our neighbors who live and breathe off our economy not taking care of America?
Mr. Secretary, one death from fentanyl is too many. I think everyone agrees with that. One scintilla of fentanyl coming across any border is unacceptable on any level. It is worth noting that less than 1% comes over the Canadian border, 97% come over the border from Mexico. If this is the crisis that you just laid out, why is President Trump hitting the pause button? Why not go full bore with this?
Well, what he did, remember, what he did was we have a deal with Canada and Mexico. It's called U.S.-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA. And that says if there is a certain amount of American product in those products, and it's done a certain way, they can trade with America tariff-free. So by meeting in the middle with these leaders who said they're going to do much more on the border, they're going to do everything they possibly can to end fentanyl, the president said, okay, I'll tell you what, if they're in the deal that we made, I'll keep it tariff-free. But for everybody who was outside that deal, who took the risk, who didn't pay attention and respect the agreements that President Trump made his first term, they're going to pay a 25% tariff. And that's sort of like meeting in the middle. So he gave the automakers relief. He gave computer makers relief. The major industries got relief. But everybody who's outside that agreement, they're going to pay. And Canada and Mexico promised they are going to crush the border and they're going to crush fentanyl. And that's what our president is here to do, to stop fentanyl killing America.
Mr. Secretary, let me ask you about what the Fed Chair Jerome Powell had to say on Friday. He said, quote, "We're still very uncertain about what will be tariffed, for how long, and at what level." So can you provide some clarity, Mr. Secretary? Are these tariffs going to be temporary or permanent?
So the tariffs that we've started with Mexico, Canada, and China, that was the month of March. These are fentanyl-related, border-related. So China makes the ingredients for fentanyl. It's got to stop.
Esta gente simplemente, al parecer, no sabe lo que está haciendo. No son personas capacitadas, no tienen ni idea de cómo realmente está funcionando la economía en este momento, en este año. Pero lo que sí saben es cómo adular a Trump. Y por eso es que intentan cambiar los indicadores económicos para ocultar lo mal que están las cosas. El desastre es tan grande, ha ocurrido tan rápidamente que ahora quieren redefinir qué significa éxito económico, solo para poder encubrir el fracaso de Trump. Pero bueno, nosotros no nos callaremos y seguiremos mostrándoles la verdad. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarme hasta el final de este video. Como siempre, si me quieren apoyar, regálame un like, comparte el video con tus amigos y suscríbete a nuestro canal. Políticamente en desacuerdo. Nos vemos en el próximo video. Hasta luego.